Hi everyone, it's Wednesday the 9th of November, and this week we've got the Feeling Lucky challenge. So that means it's all 6 maps are search for clues. We've got Rick Grimes as our star hero, and shooters are starting charge to help us with this. The shooter starting charge is always a nice one. Rick in the lead, not going to be that useful. The weekend event this week is radioactive, so if you're more active and do more missions, you should get more radios. You do get quite a few if you can grind the season missions over and over, but just playing through the challenge you probably won't notice much of a difference, so it's up to you how you play it. The first map we've got this week is Car Boot Sale. This is my least favourite on the map set, particularly at high levels. It gets very crowded. You've got to open 3 out of 5 car doors, car boots, I should say. One in front of you, top middle, the green one, and the police car. I think there's one down at the bottom right as well. When you get to the middle, like this, then it gets very congested. If you get a line of walkers between the police car and the green car, and some at the bottom, then you can't move, and the incoming comes in from the bottom right and the bottom left, so you sort of get stuck in the middle between a big horde of walkers. There's some hard corners, some soft corners as well, just to make things even more tricky. Teams I'm going to be using on this are probably going to be Zeke and either Mercer or a bruiser with the riot shield, just to keep yourself safe when you're in the middle section, using Zeke to punch a hole through. At lower levels, I'll be keeping the threat down, because that'll make it a lot easier. But yeah, not looking forward to this one. The next map is Scattered, a slightly easier one. Again, finding the boxes. Pizza Glen's going to be useful on this. Trickiest bit will be if you need the top middle box, because that is a weird hard cornery situation there, and you can only get to it from the top left of it, so that's the hardest one to get to. There is also a tank on the map, so being able to keep that contained either via Overwatch with Shooter Rick and Cripple, or Ezekiel pushing it away, or a warrior in Overwatch pushing it away. But yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, that one. The next map is Chow Hall, another one that's not too bad depending on the starting spawn. There's 5 boxes, lunch boxes on the tables you've got to reach, so Pizza Glen again is going to be useful, being able to run in, grab one, get away. There's 2 exits as well, so being able to exit on the right hand side or the left hand side is really useful, because what you can do is open the 3 nearest you first off, and then if you only need 1, you can run in with Pizza Glen, have 2 people on the starting line and 2 people on the and Glen move on to the right hand side. Makes more sense when I do it, but yeah, not too bad a one again. So the next map is Abandoned Base. This is very similar to army base maps, but repurposed for this map set. You've got an okay map set, particularly if it's the first 3 boxes, which are basically all right in front of you, and you've got an exit where you start. If you need the top right box, then it makes it a lot more tricky, because that's really difficult to get to. The way's nearly always blocked from the start, so you're going to have to kill stuff to get to it. The other 4 boxes you can usually get to in the first turn if you need to. There is a exploder on there, which is useful, so possibly having a bruiser with a riot shield is going to be useful on it, along with a warrior. They are also quite well spaced out, so having an assault, you can normally hit quite a lot of them to get charged up if you're playing that way. One thing to be mindful of, though, if I remember correctly, is the incoming does come in on the line, so it might take a while if we've got big incoming to get a space on the line for you to move out onto. Next map is Bloody Concrete. This one again is one of the harder ones. First 3 boxes aren't too bad to get to, but where the Bloody Concrete is at the middle, I believe they are hard corners, and it's very easy to get that space filled up, and very difficult to get through. You've got a few armoured in there as well, so it can take a while to bash your way through. Doesn't really matter if you need 4 or 5 on this one, or it doesn't really matter if you get on the first 3, because it's still going to be tricky where all these walkers walk forward and block the space you need to get through. I remember a lot of people having problems on it last time. Riot Shield certainly helps on a bruiser. I remember that being a very common tactic last time. Obviously, if you don't have one, then I'll try and do a couple of different tactics with different weapons. Can't really remember where the incoming comes in on that, but I'm sure it will come back to us after a while. And the last map on the set is the dungeon. So you've got 4 boxes to choose from. If it's the 3 on the left hand side, then you're golden. It's not too bad a map at all. Pizza Glen in there obviously to speed things up for you. If you need the one on the right hand side, it's in its own little room, then you're in trouble. It's not a very easy one to get to. Obviously you can't see any walkers on the map at the beginning, but when you get round the first corner it looks a bit like this. So this is round the corner, and after the first turn's finished you get a tank come in as well. There's another walker on the right hand side in the corridor, so there's always 4 in the room, 2 to the right, and there's also a tank to the bottom right hand side as well, in front of the entrance to that room on the right, hence why it's quite a tricky one to get to. You do have 2 exits though. You've got the one in this room, which is the one you're hoping to get out most of the time, where you've opened these first 3 boxes. But if you do need to open that 4th box, then you can take everyone to the right hand side, up into the room, and fight your way back down to that line on the right. So hopefully you'll get it on those first 3 most times, because I do remember it was a case of opening them, if it wasn't it, usually fleeing and trying again, which is going to be quite an annoyance in a lot of these maps for a lot of people. Always going to be the last box, particularly at high level, and it's going to be a right pain, but hopefully we can get some good tactics to get through it. Thanks very much for watching. As always, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.